Hi and very welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited Executive Electrical questions which came previous year, that is in the year 2018. So 2021, in the year Dedicated Freight Corridor has again published the vacancy for the Executive Electrical post. So we know that out of 120 questions, 96 questions will come from the electrical section. So we are going to solve the question today, and today we are going to take the first part of the electrical, that is the circuit analysis. So we are going to start with our first question, that is we have to calculate the voltage. We have already mentioned the question in the board. You can see that we have to calculate the voltage V1 and V2 for the circuit shown over here. So without wasting more time, we can solve this circuit. So we can solve, we can get the value V1 and V2 by solving it by using the current divider rule. So now we check how we calculate this. So for we have to first calculate V1. How to calculate V? We know V is equal to I into R. So we now calculate the equivalent resistance. Current value is already given. I is equal to 1 ampere. So now we calculate V1. V1 will be, we just use a current divider rule over here. So how we calculate? We take this value plus this value into this value divided by whole resistance. So this is the formula. So we plus take first 3 ohm here, 3 ohm plus 7 ohm into 5 ohm divided by all the sum of all the resistance, that is 5 plus 3 plus 7. So we just calculate here, this 10 into 5 divided by, this will be, if we calculate here, it will be 15. And we take the into 1, I'm sorry I missed this one. 1 is nothing but is a current, that is 1 ampere. So if we calculate here, there will be 3, it will be 10 by 3 voltage. Now we calculate the second value, second V2. So in this case also we take the current divider rule. So how we calculate here? In this situation we have already taken 3 plus 7 into 5. And here we will be taking only 5, that is 5 into this 7, that is the third resistance. Now we do the summation of all the resistance here, that is 3 plus 5 plus 7. So what will be the current answer? It's 35 by, and this is 15. 15, that is 7 by 3. So this is the answer, 7 by 3 volt. I hope you have understood how I have calculated this V1 and V2 using the current divider rule. There are 3 resistance over there, R1, R2, R3. Current is given of 1 ampere. So V, we know the serial formula, V is equal to IR. I have just done the current divider rule over here. I'm sorry I missed that. This will be 1. 1 because this is the current level, 1 ampere. So I have taken this as the reference resistance, 3 plus 7. 3 plus 7 into 5. So resistance coming from here into 1. 1 is the ampere current. And we do the summation of all the resistance here. In the case of V2, I have also done the same by using the current divider rule. That is 5 into 7. We have multiplied these two resistance divided by 3 plus 5 plus 7. We have added all the 3 resistance, and ultimately we have got the 7 by 3 volt as answer. So I hope it is clear. Now I am going to proceed with the next numericals which came in the Freight Corridor exam. I hope you like my classes, as we are going for the detailed solutions in this session. So there is the next numerical. We have to calculate the current using superposition theorem. Calculate the current using superposition theorem. Superposition theorem. So the circuit is given in this way. There is the circuit. This is resistance over here. So here will be other resistance. Here is the current source. Here is another resistance that is in series with the circuit, and here will be two voltage sources. Here is one voltage source and here is other voltage source. So now we take the value which is given in the exam, that is, this one was 6 ohm resistance and this was 2 ohm resistance. The current source is 2 ampere, and this is 8 ohm resistance, and the two voltage source, that is 8 volt, and this is the 6 volt. The plus minus, this is 8 volt, this is also plus minus, this is 6 volt. Now you check how we calculate the current in this circuit. So first we take this 8 volt as a reference voltage, we will eliminate this. In the case of calculating the second current, we will take 6 volt as a reference voltage, we will eliminate these two. And in the case of third current, if we calculate I3, we have to eliminate these two voltage source and we have to just take this current source to calculate the equivalent current. So first we calculate what is the current, total equivalent current. So R equivalent, we have to just do the adding of all the resistance given in the circuit, that is 6 plus 2 plus 8. So this will be 16 ohm. So this is 16 ohm. So what is the voltage here? V1. V1 is given here 8 volt. First we are going to eliminate this one and this one. And then we are taking as 8 volt as a reference source. And now we calculate V1. V1 is, we have to calculate I1. I1, we know the formula, I is equal to V by R, that is V1 by R equivalent. So V1 is 8 volt and this is 16. It's already 0.5 ampere. Now we have to calculate I2. So how we calculate I2? I2 is nothing but V2 by R equivalent. R equivalent will remain same, that is 16 ohm in this circuit, and V2 will be 6 voltage. So V2 will be 6 volt and we have to eliminate this, we have to short this voltage source. So what will be V2? V2 will be this 6 by 16. So if we calculate here, it will be 0.375 ampere. Now in this third case, what we will do, we will eliminate these two voltage source. We will be only taking this current source only this 2 ampere will be there. So what is V3? V3 is nothing but this 2 ohm resistance, this 2 into 2, that is 4 voltage. 4 volt will be here. So I hope you can understand how we calculate I3. So I3 will be nothing but V3 by R equivalent. What is V3 over here? V3 will be, we have just calculated, it is a 4 volt, 4 by 16, that is 0.25 ampere. Now I hope you have understood how I have calculated this R equivalent, how I have calculated the I1, which is V1 by R equivalent, I2 will be V2 by R equivalent. We have calculated the V3 over here, eliminating these two voltage source. We have taken this current source and calculated V3 and we have gained the I3. Now in this case we can see that the current direction I1 and I3 direction is same, whereas the I2 direction is opposite to that. So what will be the summation of I? What will be the equivalent current? That is I1 minus I2 plus I3. So what will be the I1? We have just calculated 0.5 ampere, that is 0.5 minus, it will be 0.375 plus 0.25. So if we calculate, it will be 0.375 ampere, or we can write as 375 milliampere. So I hope it is very clear how we have calculated the current using superposition theorem in this circuit. This is the final answer. So now we go to the next problem, how other problem which came in the circuit analysis. Let's take the another example from here. Okay, so we take the another example. I'm sorry, this board is moving over here. So we take the another example that is also very easy. So I just make you understand how the third numerical came in the freight corridor circuit analysis question. So the third numerical is given. I'm writing the question over here. So this is our 230 volt. 230 volt voltage is given. 230 volt is rated to pass a current of a current of 0.24 ampere. 0.24 ampere. So if the second similar lamp, there will be second similar lamp is there. Second similar lamp is connected in parallel to the lamp. First lamp is connected in parallel to the first lamp. So what is the next part of the question? Calculate the supply current required to give the same power output. We have to calculate the current. We have to calculate the supply current. Supply current. Calculate the supply current required to give same power output in each lamp. Same power output in each lamp. So now I'm going to make you understand what the question is asking and how we have to solve. So there is a lamp source. Both are connected in parallel. This is the lamp and other first lamp is there. Is a lamp source. So is already given in the question that what is the voltage? Voltage is given 230 volt, and we have is already mentioned that the current passing to the first lamp is 0.24 ampere. So I1 is given as 0.24 ampere. So here is already mentioned, calculate the supply current required to give the same power output in each lamp. So the power output, if the same power output, so that means that there will be same current passing through two lamps. So as the power output will be same, so the current will be also same. So I1 will be equal to I2, that will be equal to 0.24. So what will be the total current? Total current will be nothing but I1 plus I2, that is 0.24 plus 0.24, and that will be the final answer, 0.48 ampere. So this will be the final answer required, 0.48 ampere required to pass from here, so that it will give the same power output. I hope it is clear. It is a conceptual question. There is nothing much calculation in this question. Now we go to the another part of this circuit analysis. So we go to the next question, what came in the examination. Okay, so we take another example, what came. I'm going to erase this question, it's already over. I'm going for the fourth question which came in the examination. That is question number 4, that for the network junction, for the network junction shown, calculate, given in the figure, calculate I3. we have to calculate the I3. So the values are given. I1 is equal to 3 ampere. These values will be given in the examination. I2 will be 4 ampere, and I4 will be 2 ampere. So this circuit is given in the question. This circuit, this is the node given, and here is already given. I1 is going to the node. This is the I1 going here, and this will be the I4. This is I3, and this is I2. So now how to calculate this circuit? We have to calculate I3. I1 is given 3 ampere, I2 is given 4 ampere, I4 is given 2 ampere. So we know from the basic circuit analysis that the current entering into the node is always positive, and the current going out of the node is always negative. So we have to mention outward current will be negative, and inward current means the current which is going towards the node, inward current will be positive. So how we calculate now is very easy. We have calculated, we can see I1 is going towards the node, so it will be plus I1. I1 is going towards the node. Then I4 is leaving the node, so it will be minus I4. I can see I1 is going towards the node, so it's this will be plus I1, minus I4 leaving the node. Going towards the node is I missed something. This will be, I think, I3. Okay, it's I3. I3 is going towards. So now I do the fresh answers. I1 plus I1, then it is leaving the node, minus I4, going towards the node, plus I3, and this is leaving the node, that is minus I2 is equal to 0. Now we put the values here. What will be the I1 is 3, minus I4 is 2, plus I3 we have to calculate, and minus I2. What is the I2 is 4 is equal to 0. Now we just calculate 2 minus 1 is 1, minus 4 plus I3 is equal to 0, and this is minus 3 plus I3 is equal to 0, and I3 will be 3 ampere. So I hope we have understood how to calculate the I3 using this from this circuit. The current going outward will be taken as negative, and the current going towards the node will be taken as positive, and that overall the summation will be equal to 0, and we have calculated I3. Now we go to the next question which came in the examination. Now it will be the last question of this session. Then we'll be going to the next question in our next video. So I'm taking the last question for this session. That is in this figure, the supply voltage we have to calculate. Find the supply voltage. Find the supply voltage, that is V. Then find in the given figure. So I'm going to draw the circuit what came in the examination. That is this is the circuit. This is one resistance. This is another resistance, and this is another resistance. So, and there will be the voltage source. Obviously there is a voltage source here. Will be the voltage source. I'm sorry, it became zigzag line. Please excuse me for that. And here I is equal to 1.5 ampere is already given in the question. Now resistance is given R1. What is the R1 value given in the question? That is 2 ohm. R2 is given as 3 ohm, and R3 is given as 8 ohm. So we have to calculate the voltage, overall voltage. So how we calculate is very easy to calculate here. So we know V is equal to IR, V is equal to IR. So here V1 will be I into R1 what is the I here? 1.5. 1.5 into 2, that is 3 voltage. Now V2 is equal to I into R2, that will be I will be constant 1.5 into 3, that will be 4.5 voltage, and V3 is equal to I into R3, and it's 1.5 into 8. So if we calculate, is 12 voltage. So now we find the total voltage. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So we just add all the voltage. 3 plus 4.5 plus 12 is 19.5 volt, and this is the answer. So I hope you have understood how we have calculated the supply voltage in this given figure. So this will be 19.5 volt. This is the supply voltage will be 19.5 volt. We have just taken I as a current which is going in this circuit. V1 will be V into R1, V I into R2, and I into R3. We have just calculated these 3 voltages, and then we have added. I hope you have understood the lectures today and the numericals which I have taught. And so we are ending this video, and the next of the numericals will be going in the next classes. Thank you very much.